Hi everybody, welcome to Tuesday Tutorials. I'm Donna Salazar. Today I'm going to be talking about Spellbinder's die cut machines. They have two die cut machines that they are currently selling. One is called the Grand Caliber. It's this hot pink machine and it's a large format die cut machine. So you have a lot of die cutting space. The new machine that they just started selling is the Artisan Explorer. And it's much smaller and it looks really cool, but it is made for doing like thicker materials and it's perfect for mixed media artists. It goes through cardboard and even some materials without any problem at all. You can cut through cardboard and materials on the Grand Caliber as well. But you just have to take another few passes or add in a shim, a cardboard shim, or chipboard shim, something like that. So I'm going to show you the two different machines and the reasons why I like using one over the other. I like them both and I use them both often. So I don't really have a preference of one over the other. I just want to show you the differences. This is the back of my die cut paper. I was able to get all of these dies on one plate using the Grand Caliber. I was able to use my Rose Creations dies, the entire set, as well as the entire set of Carnation Creations and Bitty Blossoms. And I was able to do this in one pass on the Grand Caliber, even though it is a thick cardstock. It's from Basil, so it's a nice thick textured cardstock, but I was able to do it in one pass because I spread the dies out. The key to being able to do this is to take a die that might be a little bit more complex, like the Bitty Blossom die in the corner, and putting it next to more simple dies that have just an open design. If I were to put all the complex dies in one spot, the machine would have a harder time die cutting through it. So it is key to space things out so that you would be able to get a nice clean cut for all of your dies in one pass. So in one pass through the Grand Caliber, I was able to get all of these flower die cuts using a thick material. So if I'm making flowers, I absolutely will use the Grand Caliber. But if you have any type of a project where you need multiples of something, it really comes in handy to have this machine. For this set of die cuts, I used 3 layers of a ledger paper from my 12 by 12 Basics stack from GCD Studios. It isn't as thick as pattern paper, but it is thicker than regular notebook paper. I was able to get my entire set of Grand Peony Creations, which is a large format die set, as well as my Bitty Blossoms die set on one plate. So because there were 3 layers, I decided to go forward and backward through the Grand Caliber just to make sure that it went all the way through all the papers. But I was able to get a ton of flower die cuts using the Grand Caliber because of its large format, and this is exactly why, if I've got a large project using lots of flowers, why I use the Grand Caliber. Now I die cut with my 8x10 cardboard from Want to Scrap. It just has the backing on one side. The front side is open corrugation. It works best for very simple dies, but it can also work for something that's more intricate or has more detail. The butterfly up in the corner did really well as the shadow flower. But sometimes on the edges there's a little bit more power, so if you were to take a detailed design and move it to the edge, it may do better. I did have to go through the machine 3 times to get it to die cut, but I did not use a shim. So either you could move the die to the edge or you could use a shim to get a nice clean cut. So as you can see, using the Grand Caliber with thicker materials like cardboard or chipboard works really well. You can get very intricate die cuts and it's still going to be nice and clean. Now I'm using the Artisan Explorer to die cut some flowers using the Basil Basics cardstock. So it is that textured, thicker material. But what you might notice is that I've got some detailed dies all next to each other and they all die cut in one pass through the machine. So that is a benefit. You don't have to worry so much about spacing everything out because this machine packs a lot of power, and it was designed to cut through thicker materials and be able to give you better detailed cuts and embossing and debossing and all of that wonderful stuff that the Spellbinder dies do. So you won't be able to put as many dies onto the plate with the Artisan Explorer, but you can use the more detailed dies right next to each other and go through thicker materials, and you don't have to worry about spacing everything out or using them next to simple dies to make sure you get a good cut. I was able to get all of the flower dies from my Carnation Creations die set onto the Artisan Explorer plate. I'm using the 3 sheets of ledger paper that I used on the Grand Caliber. I was able to put the detailed dies right next to each other, and it went through all 3 sheets of paper in one pass through the machine. So even though you can't put as many dies on the Artisan Explorer plate, you can still get quite a few die cuts in one pass because you can put detailed dies closer together and you can go through multiple layers at once. Now this is where the Artisan Explorer just shines. It was designed to go through thicker materials to give you more detail on your emboss and deboss, and going through cardboard and chipboard and super thick cardstock is just ideal for this machine. I used my cardboard from Want to Scrap, and both of these sheets went through the machine with just one pass, and you can see the kind of detail that I was able to get. Here's an extra little tip for you. If you're looking on the cut side of the die and some of the lines don't seem very crisp, there's a chance that the die cut you pull out won't have clean lines. So if you want to be extra safe, you can put it through the machine one more time. I think it would be okay, but once I have the die cut out of the die, it's very difficult to put it back in and put it through the machine one more time. And this is what they looked like once I pulled them out of the dies. And here's a picture of all of the die cuts that I got today. Now I get to make something fun with them. This is a layout that I made using the die cuts. You can see close-ups on my blog. And this week the prize is a Spellbinders Nestability die cut set. You can enter on my blog using Rafflecopter. Guys, I'm filming. I had to take a baby break. Do you have to go outside? Okay, go ahead, go outside. The back door's opening and closing. Taking another baby break. So weird. Say hello, world. Their 2 latest machines are the Grand Caliber. That's kind of funky. Say hi. Say hi to Auntie. Maybe say hi to Auntie.
Now he's staring at himself.
It's like, oh, that baby is just so handsome. There are 2 that they have that... I'm videotaping. I'm not going to perform for you, Gabby. I'm just not going to do it. Reasons why... Wait, no. I'm videotaping. So today I'm going to show you the 2 different... Gosh, and frickin'.
Wow, that's magic. I suck at this. How about now? No? How about now?
Nope.
No? I suck.
I can't edit Tuesday tutorials with a little man in my arms. So that's why we're running late. What do you think about that? Tell the world what you think about that. You are so cute. Yeah. Yeah. Bye. See you next week. Let's go take a nap. Okay, bye.